Cary is more than a fast-growing town. It's our hometown. I'm Marjorie K. Eastman, and I'm running for Cary Town Council at Large. Cary is more than where we choose to live. It's where we've chosen to raise our families, build our communities, build our careers, enjoy the parks, the greenways, and the wonderfully diverse community with a high quality of life. I moved here after my time in the military, and it's an understatement to say that we were deliberate in choosing our forever home. You see, after living all across the country and even down at Fort Bragg over 20 years ago, and we were deployed around the world, you really learn what you like and what you don't like. And I'm going to completely tell on myself. I was the data analyst that did a weighted and scaled decision matrix. And it was Cary, North Carolina, that was the winner. But as you know, the direction of our town is changing, and not for the better. Did you know that the past 3 years, Cary's current one-term at-large council member has voted consistently to overspend the budget and raise property taxes twice, on top of our county tax hikes and our reevaluations? And instead of representing all of Cary, a lot of energy is going towards the downtown and partisan agendas. The result? We now have higher costs for all families. Cary's becoming so unaffordable, people who raise their families here are concerned that they can stay. We now have the squeezing on Cary's high quality of life. We now have a loss of nonpartisanship on the council, and we have more density, more traffic, and less of the hometown character we all love. Now, friends, this is all public record that you can go to the town website and request public release of information on meeting minutes. Like you, I don't want Cary forced in this direction. I've listened and heard you, and I also believe it's time to restore fiscal responsibility, elect good stewards of our hard-earned taxpayer money, ensuring sustainable growth that complements our town. Like you, I believe it's time to return to balance and nonpartisanship, respecting every part of Cary, not just one district, not one political party. And I also believe it's time to prioritize what matters, knowing safe communities, parks, and greenways, smart economic growth can overlap. We need a common sense voice for all of Cary. I'm running for the Cary Town Council at Large because I've not forgotten why we all want to live here. I bring a proven background and track record of leadership and real-world experience. I have an MBA from Vanderbilt University, a master's in international security from Denver University, and I'm an independent award-winning author. I bring a successful career from the private sector, and I'm currently serving as a biotech executive, and I'm going on my 3rd year volunteering as a citizen member of the Cary Economic Development Committee. I'm a proud U.S. Army veteran, and I enlisted after 9/11 because of 9/11. I served as a combat commander in Afghanistan during the rough surge years, leading with integrity, balance, and our shared values. I have a long record of service connected to conservation and green initiatives, supporting affordable pathways to home ownership, not rental economies, and building strong communities amongst veterans, entrepreneurs, women and children's organizations. And finally, I bring a broad, nonpartisan support and endorsement from across the aisle. Please check out my website and learn more there. It's votemarjorie.com or marjorieeastman.com. I believe that Cary deserves better. Not more partisanship, not overspending, and not higher taxes. Better for Cary means leadership that delivers fiscal responsibility you deserve. Better for Cary means a commitment to ensuring every voice is heard. Better for Cary is someone who prioritizes protecting our hometown and serving you. And better for Cary can be achieved with your vote, and your vote matters. Cary is more than a fast-growing town. It's our hometown. With your vote, we can hold on to its enduring value and keep Cary shining like a light for all generations that live here. With that as the outcome, we will all be winners. I'm Marjorie K. Eastman, and I respectfully ask for your vote for Cary Town Council at Large.
Hello, friends and neighbors. My name is Carissa Johnson. I'm one of your at large representatives with Cary Council, and I'm here today to ask you to please vote for me on November 4th to continue serving you. And really, I'm looking for more time because I got a lot more work I need to do. I really fill some important niches on council, and that's something I wanted to take this opportunity to talk about. We each have our interest areas and our areas of expertise. And I feel like I contribute something really a little bit unique among my peers. Not that they don't know a lot about what goes on in Cary and our infrastructure and the needs of Cary, but I feel as though my contributions on things like stormwater and keeping a keen eye on how potential flooding risks could affect everybody in Cary, as well as the need for housing choice and affordable housing choices for our residents and the needs of our senior community. A lot of people don't know about this about me, but I actually have a degree in gerontology. So it's not by accident that I asked to be the liaison for the Senior Advisory Board. And I want to continue my work because I want to use the access that I have for the greater good, not just for Cary, but also at the state level. I've been doing a lot of really great work with the All Ages, All Stages multi-sector plan for aging. I chair the housing work group there, and we've got a lot more to do there. And I do work on a lot of projects that benefit children, particularly children in foster care. Anybody that's ever had a conversation with me about that knows it's one of my passion projects. And lastly, I really feel as though my practical leadership and my serious approach to fiduciary responsibility is what's right for Cary. I know as a person who's lived at virtually every income level that most of the Cary residents experience, I have a lived experience that I think is exceptionally valuable. When we talk about things like the burden of your property taxes, or even what it's like to be able to have a little bit of trouble paying your water or your garbage bill. I do understand that. I've been there. And I also understand what it's like as a homeowner and as a renter in Cary to have a little bit of trouble sometimes making ends meet. That being said, I understand that those with a little bit more means, they have their own set of concerns. So my goal as your at-large representative is to pay really, really close attention to Cary as a whole. Each district has their needs. Each district has really important sort of things that they add to the flavor and the beauty of the diversity here in Cary. But as an at-large representative, I take my responsibility of the whole picture and keeping a really keen eye on where things can be improved and also how to make sure that this fantastic place that we call home stays fantastic for years to come. My goal as your at-large representative is to continue to show up. I do my homework. As a matter of fact, not too long ago, one of my colleagues said to me, doesn't like to argue with me because I've done my homework. I took that as an exceptionally huge compliment. So I ask you to please vote for me in November to continue as your at-large representative for Cary Council. And thank you so much.
I'm Brittany Richards, and I'm running for Cary Town Council, District A. I'm the mom of 4 kids here in Cary Public Schools, and my name may be new on your ballot, but I am not new to the work of helping communities thrive. I have a Master of Public Policy with a concentration in nonprofit management, and I've done the kind of work I'll do on Town Council, making tough decisions and investing finite dollars in community programs. Because I know community needs are always going to be bigger than community resources. I'm honored to be an active part of Cary. I'm a proud recent graduate of the Cary 101 program. I serve as a precinct officer, working every election to engage voters. I'm on the town's environmental advisory board, and I volunteer with the Wake Audubon Society to protect local wildlife. All of this is my way to give back to the hometown that I love. I moved here with my family, and Cary is the hometown I feel I was always supposed to have. Like many of you, my family chose to move to Cary very intentionally for its quality of life. And we left behind a place that was no longer serving our family well. It had become crowded, congested, concrete, and I'm running because I don't want that to be Cary's future. We need thoughtful leadership to avoid the mistakes that made so many of us leave other communities behind. We also face tough choices ahead. For better or worse, growth is slowing. Budgets are tighter, and there won't always be easy answers. I really wish I had a magic wand and I could tell you we weren't going to have to make trade offs and compromises. But I'm running to be a pragmatic leader, and I'm always going to tell you the truth. So when you elect someone to town council, what you're really saying is, I have faith in your judgment. I trust when you make those tough decisions, you're representing our shared values and our shared interest. So, what are those values? For me, it's three priorities: protecting our tree, canopy, and green spaces, preserving Cary's high quality town services, and expanding housing options for residents at every stage of life. To protect green space, the town already has expert staff and strong plans like the Climate and Sustainability Action Plan, the Urban Forest Master Plan, and the forthcoming Open Spaces Plan. I'll ensure they are fully supported and that environmental impacts are a top concern in every zoning and development decision. To preserve our services, when we talk about Cary's quality of life, we're really talking about the outstanding value of the services we receive for our tax dollars. From summer camps and greenways to senior centers and fare-free Go Cary buses, all work to retain our top-notch staff and maintain the services that matter to families across Cary. And on housing, affordability is a challenge. We already have tools, like when new apartments are built, we can set aside a certain number of units at rental rates that are affordable. But we need more options. Our teachers, firefighters, and public servants who work in Cary should be able to afford to live in Cary. Maybe it's children who grew up in Cary who want to be able to afford to live here as young adults. If we build more smaller square footage units, maybe studio apartments, that's naturally a type of housing that will be more accessible for that young person. On the other end of the spectrum, we need homes where seniors can age in place. Anyone who has looked for a home with a first floor bedroom knows how hard that is to find. If we build more one-story cottages and bungalows, that's the type of home a senior can afford and stay in. But it takes vision to achieve all of these goals, and it takes electing someone like me to town council who shares those priorities. I want to be clear. I'm running to be a new voice for Cary, the next generation of leadership. I'm not running because somebody else is ready to step down. I'm running because I'm ready to step up. I invite you to learn more about my vision at brittanyforcary.com. I would be honored to earn your vote. Early voting starts in Cary on October 25th, and Election Day is November 4th. Let's build Cary's future together. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Robinson, and I'm proud to stand before you today as a candidate for re-election to the District A seat in the Cary Town Council. Cary has been my home for 3 decades. It's where I've raised my 4 children, built my career, and dedicated myself in public service. I'm running again because I believe deeply in the value of strong, experienced leadership in shaping the future of our town. Over the last 26 years, I have delivered tangible results for Cary, rooted in visionary leadership and a commitment to excellence. Whether it's been on the town council, or serving or volunteering in nonprofits, or serving on quasi-governmental boards, I have worked hard to take ambitious goals and turn them into lasting achievements that benefit Cary residents. My track record is more than just about dedication. It reflects the ability to get things done. Over the course of my time on the council, I have spearheaded or been instrumental in many elements that make Cary what it is today. For example, the addition of 25 parks, the addition of 80 miles of greenway, the addition of 2,365 acres of public open space, the building of the West Regional Library, important construction projects like the widening of 55 and the widening of Davis Drive, and the improvements of the Cary and High House intersection. I have been important player in the creation of the Economic Development Commission and our Tree Preservation Task Force, which set the standards for our landscaping today. I've also promoted the stormwater initiatives that have protected people and property from flooding. And many of the programs that help people with modest means, such as the OASIS program and the Healthy Homes program that supports senior citizens on fixed income. There are so many policies, practices, ordinances, projects that I've been involved in that have promoted safety, mobility, and the environment. I'm known on council for holding developers to high standards and working hard to make sure that what gets built complements existing neighborhoods. I have a couple expressions that I use a lot. One of them is if you're going to do it right, and wait for great. And when I say wait for great, what I mean by that is let's not rush development that doesn't uphold our standards or accomplish the objectives that we have. I'm also known for my concern and attention to fiscal matters, being a steward for our taxpayer dollars, prioritizing our budget expenditures, and protecting our fiscal health. I want Cary to be a great value for our taxpayers, and I want to keep our taxes as low as possible. Now, many people think that the Cary Town Council is a full time job. It isn't. I work in the IT industry, having gotten my start at 19 doing an internship doing computer programming. Today, I work at SAS in the public sector practice, helping governments to use data and AI to improve the lives of their citizens and improve productivity. I also serve on many nonprofit and quasi governmental boards, including the National Association of Regional Councils, the North Carolina League of Municipalities, the Triangle, Go Triangle, the Central Pines Regional Council, all of which I have chaired or been president of. I've also served on a lot of nonprofit boards, including being the founder of the Cary Community Foundation, being a co founder of the Cary Women's Giving Network, being on the founding board of Read and Feed, and being an active volunteer for the YMCA. I have served on the Cary Taylor Family YMCA board, as well as the Northwest Cary YMCA board, and now I serve on the bigger YMCA board. I've always believed that leadership is about listening, learning, and acting on behalf of citizens. And that's why I've prioritized working on projects that mean the most to citizens, such as providing quality infrastructure, protecting the environment, and fostering inclusive growth. If elected, I'll help ensure that we remain one of the safest places to live in America, that will protect the standards that we love, and that we will strengthen our fiscal accountability. But I can't do it alone. This campaign is about all of us. It's about keeping Cary a place that we love to call home. I ask for your support and your vote, not just for me, but for the future of Cary. Let's keep Cary a place that we're proud to call home. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Bella Huang, and I'm running for Cary Town Council for District C. I'm truly honored to be here today, not only as a candidate, but as a neighbor who deeply cares about this community. I'm a small business owner, a PTA mom, and a community advocate. After earning my MBA at the University of South Florida, I chose Cary to be my home because of its excellent schools, welcoming neighborhoods, and a strong economic foundation. For over a decade, I've lived, worked, and raised my family here. I believe Cary is special, not only for what it offers, but because of the people who call it home. It didn't come this way by accident. It took thoughtful leadership, active citizens, and careful planning for the future. I benefited from that vision, and now I'm ready to carry it forward. My path to public service started long before this campaign. For over 10 years, through my business, we've donated laptop covers for K-12 school teachers. A thank you to those shaping the next generation. I also co-founded 2 nonprofit organizations to encourage civic participation and leadership development in underrepresented communities. I'm involved with the Triangle Chinese Language School, where I served as PTA vice chair and was recently elected to the school board. Each of these roles had taught me something important about listening, problem solving, and building bridges across different communities. Now, I'm ready to bring that experience to our town council. I'm running to listen, to collaborate, and to turn our shared hopes into action. One of my top 3 priorities is supporting a sustainable future. As a mom, I think every day about the world we'll leave to our children. Sustainability isn't just a policy, it's our responsibility. I'll continue Cary's successful effort, from programs like My Tree Our Tree to Cary Compost. I will also push for stronger stormwater systems, safer streets, more sidewalks, and connected greenways to make Cary a more walkable and bikeable community. Another one of my top 3 priorities is building a strong community. I want a Cary where families can afford to live where they work and small businesses can thrive. As a small business owner myself, I know how hard it can be to start and sustain a business. So I will work to provide more resources for local entrepreneurs and also grow a workforce that can live and work right here in Cary. The last of my top 3 priorities is empowering a vibrant town. Cary's diversity is one of our greatest strengths. I want every resident to feel welcome and heard. I will promote more senior programs at our senior center and bring more young voices to our town committees so every generation can have a voice in shaping our future. These are big ideas, but governing is about action as much as vision. I graduated from Cary 101 program, which gave me a deep understanding of how our local government works. In 2025, we are facing a tight budget, which means we need leaders who can prioritize, balance resources, and still plan for the future. I'm ready to do that work. I'm Bella Huang. I humbly ask for your support and your vote. Please check bellaforcary.com for more details. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Renee Miller. I came to Cary by choice. Our family moved here 15 years ago for my husband's job. I homeschooled 3 children through high school and then provided end-of-life care for my mother-in-law and then my own mom. In between those activities, I have been an active volunteer, serving as a debate coach, a robotics coach, and an election observer. I currently serve as the vice chair for the Cary Greenway Committee, and I'm a member of the Cary Rotary Club. 3 years ago, I made a commitment to Cary, and since then, I have attended classes and countless meetings. I often speak before the town council, and for the past 6 months, have been to every town council meeting and work session, almost, to follow the budget process. Cary is now a mature community. We've built a great quality of life here. What it will take to keep that is changing. Common good, community, conservation, and common sense will move us forward. The common good, public safety and public works. The police and fire departments need to remain well-staffed, well-trained, and well-equipped. Water, sewer, and roads need to remain in good shape and have sufficient capacity for our traffic. Parks, roads, and green spaces need to be tidy and preferably beautiful. Community. We need to be a place for business. Large and small businesses need to have the opportunity to prosper in Cary. We need to support business and not get in the way. We need to have opportunities for citizens to participate in government. Our growing senior population needs more opportunities and support, and our young people need opportunities to participate and learn how to be a good citizen. We need to find ways to grow together. Town activities and projects that citizens can participate in to improve our town. For example, a litter sweep or something maybe even as complex as a gathering to discuss a community concern need to be priorities. We need to find ways for citizens to choose projects that are important to them through a foundation or not-for-profit. We also need to identify creative ways to begin to address the problem of housing and build community and ultimately wealth. Projects like 921 Maynard and Greenwood Forest Baptist Church offer possibilities. They will help us learn what might work. Conservation. We have an amazing natural environment in Cary. Trees, open space, and even stormwater have been key to our development over the last many years. History is also falls under conservation. Infill and redevelopment mean that we are going to have to choose which structures we wish to preserve for the history of Cary. And finally, under conservation, fiscal responsibility. It's important to keep in mind our changing tax base. It's going to require creative discernment to keep Cary the great place it is while we answer the fiscal changes in our tax base. The law requires us to have a balanced budget, and we need to be sure that we are able to do that every year. Finally, common sense. Low taxes make common sense. Keeping taxes as low as possible is good for both citizens and the businesses that operate here. Our tax dollars need to work as hard as possible so that we are getting the best value for our money. Healthy growth is also important, and growth is generally healthy for a community, but now we need to choose more carefully. Some of our plans may even require rethinking. Areas like the Regency Park area need a plan that fits with the current conditions and not past needs. Continuing citizen participation in projects is going to be important, even once they're approved. We need to achieve the best balance possible with attention to current taxpayers' needs while seeking to meet the needs of those who want to come to Cary. Common good, common sense, community, and conservation. These 4 pillars outline my commitment to Cary. I'm Renee Miller, running for Cary Town Council District C, and you can learn more about me at votereneemiller.com.